You already know, big Flacco from account. As you guys all know, there's been more video leakage of that situation, man, and it's bad, you know. And I'm gonna let them start talking about the details of the video and Mad Max, and then we're gonna go from there discussing it. Hey, guys.
All right. So since we last spoke about this, you know, it was just hearsay and speculation, and a situation where he engaged with a guest at his gym. And now the story kind of has been unfolding in the last few weeks, and, you know, caught up to speed now. He's probably looking at some prison time. The young man, he looks like a young man, press charges. You know, there's also talk about, you know, possible hate crime because he did use the hard R in addressing him at the gym. So now, you know, unfortunately, Wes Watson won't be seeing the inside of California prisons, but possibly the inside of a Florida prison.
You know what? I'm going to elaborate on that. He's fucked. He'd be safe in a California prison where they'll fucking put him on a PC yard. Florida prisons, I'm telling you guys right now, Florida Southern is down south, okay? It's majority black, okay? It's not white. It's not going to be, all things aren't going to be nice and white for him there. His attitude, using the R word. Did you see what happened to those in Georgia? The whites that go there? Oh, man, he's going to have this
dumbbell.
Yeah, one had a dumbbell in his hand and kind of like pushed him. That part was cut off, but yeah, look, he got jumped, bro. The guy went there for one-on-one fade, and they ended up jumping him.
Now, was this the same person that we heard about the original one?
That's correct.
Yes, the one that was potentially on the spectrum or whatever.
So he's on the autistic spectrum, apparently, guys. I mean, that says a lot. 3 people jumped. It wasn't even one-on-one. And so what else happened? Is it true that his dreads were getting pulled out, right?
Yes.
Yes, he pulled out a whole fat old dread was just laying there on the ground. Like, they did the kid. That kid got done dirty, bro. Like, I felt bad. It was, I mean, there's a YouTuber, John Bravo, he did a video on it, and he counted the punches and the kicks. It was like 55 punches and like 10 kicks to the face. Like, the dude was basically on the ground crying, screaming, basically like he gave up. He was covering up, bro, you know? He wasn't screaming, but he was just like, you could hear him moaning.
I mean, there's no honor or integrity in that, man. It just goes on to, like, it makes you think back to the days of lynching, you know what I'm saying? I mean, apparently Wes Watson thinks you know. I mean, he didn't have that. He wasn't using that word when he was on fucking what's his name show. The Big Hurt, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't using that R word when he was on that show. I mean, you know, he was acting like he was just a regular wood and this and that. And I'm not racist, so what I do, but you were using the R word, right? So whenever he's hanging around, you know, I don't know if he's. See, there's people that really start to lose their mind when they're on steroids and meth. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing both. You can still bulk up. You take enough amino acids, right? You can bypass all that tweaker look. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised that there's something else he's on besides regular supplements, because that type of behavior, especially when you know that things are being video recorded and everything's being recognized, you being a public figure, which he is. He has 1 million subscribers. He's well known. You know, he's taken to get there. And like I've always said, you know, anything I've ever said about Wes Watson, you get people, well, why are you hating for it? It's not hate when it's true. It's not hating when it's true. Always remember that. It's not hating when it's true, that he's a fake. I proved it. Many people proved it. And now it took him to have a couple other people to make a scene to look cool. Man, you ain't looking cool jumping on a poor, innocent person. Now, I'm not going to say that they're innocent, but you're not looking, you know what I'm saying? You're a predator, man. You prey on this individual who's on the autistic spectrum, and then instead of it just being you handling your business, showing people that you're with it and just stopping it, right? You allow other people to engage as well. You know what I'm saying? So you're part of that mob activity, that mob mentality, man. And I get it. You know, your numbers have been faltering. Everybody knows you're and there's no real chance you're ever going to take, man. You know what I'm saying? So I have no respect for the dude. I never really did. I respect that he was able to hustle his way to the top. I respect that he did that. But you know what? When he started to falsify, put fake information, and act like he's somebody, he was nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when it comes to prison politics and living in that world, the dude couldn't even make a pimple on my fucking ass. And those are facts.
Right.
You know, that's Wes Watson for you, though. You know, I mean, you know, I really was with it. I really still am with it. Regardless, it's just still real nowadays, man. And you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, it's not hating if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got to hear from people, hey, if it's true, move on, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. I'm not here to fight or argue over anything that's relative or true. With respect, man. And
no, the dude's definitely got some severe anger issues and very hyper. And like you said, I would suspect that he's probably on something too, or needs to be on something. If you watch his videos, he's very aggressive. Even when he's sitting there by himself, he's very aggressive.
yeah, I mean, kind of reminds you of the Olympics. Remember how Hitler was? That was from the CDC picture when he first went to prison, and the way he looked. I mean, he had a receding hairline at the time, brother. I mean, two different people. You know what I'm saying? Even when he got out, and he emphasizes on being stronger than everybody and bigger than everybody. That makes you more of a man. It don't make you a man. I mean, you got to remember this. When you're acting a certain way in a lifestyle muscle, they don't mean nothing. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? You get victimized real quick.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him.
So I think that he's going to get jumped on by a bunch of brothers when he gets there. I think when they find out the shit that he was talking and the victim that they did, I think he's going to have to PC up, or he's going to have to they're going to be on his ass. I mean, do you seen those Alabama and Georgia videos? It's like that in the Florida prison system, I heard, man. It's pretty bad. It's pretty black dominated.
It's brutal.
And black dominated prisons, I mean, they're not no joke, especially if you're coming in there and you're white. It's not a good look. They're not feeling you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are generations of family go back to the slave days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're ready to pay Whitey any chance they get. Let's just keep it 100. And especially with how he conducts himself, and they go look at the videos, and he always is belittling the African Americans in his videos, always putting them down, and Northerners, to be honest with you too. He wants to ride the Southsiders' waistline. He's always been on their fucking tail. They has their hand in their back pocket to look cool, but when you hear his stories, there's so much fucking fabrication and lies. You realize that he's hearing stories from other people, and he's forgetting how to put the details together. It's fucking hilarious, man. I mean. The biggest joke that there is, really, on YouTube is Wes Watson.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Yeah, and shout out to Dubs for Wes Watson Wednesday. Boy, he nails it on the head every single time he reviews one of his videos.
Yeah, Dubs has to bring that back, man. We used to look forward to that. Shit would have us rolling.
And like you said, it's facts.
Do me a favor. Haters are so bad. I hate to say this, right? But I'm gonna be a realist. And
he's an embarrassment. And I was watching another video last couple of weeks. They said the same thing I did on your first video. He's an embarrassment. He needs to, reel it in and just go back to doing his workouts or whatever the fuck he does. Because, just putting lies out there is not working for him.
I know I got to him when I put a true record of where he was at. I know that got to him. You know what I'm saying? He's had, to be honest with you, and Dubs is part of it too, man. Dubs has been pushing harder on him, right? That right there helped a lot, including Dubs and myself. When we pushed all the shit that we knew that was fake and the shit that he was doing and calling it, and me being able to get his housing, man, there's no question marks, man. The dude's a fake. I may not like some people, or may not be like fond of certain people, right? But if they're real, anyways, I don't know. I think this was a good one just to discuss and talk about. Anything else to add?
Yeah, shout out to John Bravo for really keeping this asshole accountable.
Yeah, he's the one who put out
I don't know.
He's the one who put out the footage of the video, the fight, and we'll tell you more about him. Off.
Okay, John Bravo deserves every all the respect for breaking the story and for putting it out there, man. And we appreciate that we're able to elaborate off that. Thank you for that time to do so. With that said, though, this is Flaco and ACPT. We're out.